Let Me See Your Plate meets Kingdom Things Podcast.
Hey y'all, welcome to this Kingdom Things Podcast channel transmission. Magic Mills, Let Me See Your Plate, Kingdom Things Podcast collaboration. My name is Nicole Phillips, and I am the biblically prophesied Messiah. Full circle moment, alert, so are you? Why, Ashley? Thank you for asking that question. What I have in me, you have in you. What you have in you, I have in me. That's precisely what this Kingdom Things Podcast meets Magic Mills Let Me See Your Plate channel transmission is about. Now, Let Me See Your Plate is basically a mukbang where I talk and we eat. Thumbnail. I talk and we eat, and I talk about whatever spirit puts on my heart. Last time, the last Kingdom Things Podcast meets Magic Mills Let Me See Your Plate, we ate Wendy's. And I told y'all we were gonna do a Magic Meal episode. We were gonna cook the next night, so not to be too shameful about it. And it's a few nights later. I explained that at Magic Meals. It's now posted. It might not be posted, but it will be shortly. Our tofu bean cheesaderas is what we're eating. The recipes within Magic Meals is. Within Magic Mills catalog, link below. I intuitively cook whatever the ancestors tell me to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish. This is what I put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish. I channel energies and messages and prophecies, wisdoms from my soul, our soul, because we're truly one, and publish them within Kingdom Things Podcast to assist in this time. We are experiencing bouts of Satori, a rapid remembrance, where we are remembering our infinite nature or our paradigms of self beyond our ancestry, our human ancestry, our human lineage. Y'all, and that's precisely what this transmission is about. This one's really deep. I'm not gonna lie. This one is extremely deep. I'm gonna be channeled through and to and through and as. You see the title. Our institutions are our church and state are manifestations of the energies we hold inside. We were in a perpetual loop of dysfunction or limitation, a perceived lack, disparity, creating death, disease, poverty, war, destitution, famine, because these institutions that we created, the church and state, perpetuated the notion, the ideology that we're separate from God. We're separate from our divine force, or we're separate from divine power, divine will. We're one with divine force. We're one with divine will. This is called Christ consciousness. It's actually what Jesus taught. And the Bible, the church, deified Lord Jesus, deified Jesus, and said he was separate from you. Perpetuated the ideology that Jesus was separate from you or any other thing. Jesus actually taught Christ consciousness. He taught that all was within. Ancient Tibetan Hinduism, Buddhism, the oneness with all things is what Jesus actually taught. The balancing of your inner force, your yin and your yang, your masculine and your feminine, to come into remembrance of the fact that we're one with the divine, or one with all things, or one with the universes, or one with God. About to channel a prophecy, the Vatican, the Catholic Church. It's going to experience karmic retribution. However this manifests, I don't know. What do you mean by karmic retribution, Ashley? There is you must reap every seed that you sow, you know. The Vatican is very privy to the fact that we're all one with God, the divine, that we're one with Jesus. The Vatican perpetuated, the Pope perpetuated this notion that we're separate from the divine by reinforcing doctrine that was manipulated to siphon power from the people. Which is all part of the makings of us. Everything in our reality, principle of correspondence, as below, so above. Everything in our reality is only a manifestation of the energies that we hold within. We were in a gestational phase. Our life force energy being siphoning from us by our reality was of our making, and it was part of the makings of us. A gestational phase that our channel from the divine was intentional to prepare us for being God in the physical, or infinite potential in the physical, goddess in the physical. I'm going to link below reference content that I'm guided to link that further delves in, channeling energies and messages that further delves into, expounds upon this channeling. Basically, the dismantling of the Vatican, the church, and the state, because we're at a time where we're taking back our power. We're all awakening internally to our God power, and this is the divine orchestration and universal orchestration. So the church and the state are going through massive reformation. The Vatican. I want to thank y'all so much for joining me on this Kingdom Things podcast. Let me see your plate. I know it was a quick transmission. Nonetheless powerful. Again, I'm going to put reference content below. Channel Kingdom Things podcast podcast content that I'm guided to put below in the reference content that expounds upon this transmission. All of my content is channeled from the divine to help us evolve into more of our divine presence, as told by the divine of the oneness of all things. Go inside of you, which brings me to the Kingdom Things podcast call to action. Go inside of you, sit with yourself at least 30 minutes a day, every day, to activate your Messiah that you are, to activate your God within, to activate your potential, infinite potentials. Ask your soul, hey soul, what do I need to know? Wait for the answers, because they will appear. Follow your highest joys, your highest inclination for joy and happiness and wellness and abundance and balance, to come into further alignment with your infinite potentials, the you that you intended to be before you incarnated into a reality with paradigms of limitation. We're all here incarnated to break free of these paradigms of limitation, to uplift the human culture. And as we uplift human culture, we simultaneously uplift all of God's creation, because the human being is created to be a balancing force of the cosmos, of the multiverse, of the universes. I'll link that below as well. The human dharmic purpose. We were created to be, it's prophecies, biblical. We were created to be God in the physical, a mirror of the divine. The stark, stringent, and polar aspects of dark and light, yin and yang, left and right, up and down. Mastering our yin and yang, our dark and our light. By understanding that everything in our reality, the principle of correspondence, universal law of correspondence, everything in our reality is a projection of the energies that we are. So ask yourself, hey, so this is my reality. That means it's inside of me. The energy is inside of me. What is this supposed to teach me about myself? Learning and growing from ourself, our reality, to evolve ourselves in our reality into more of a conscious creation, where we use the wisdom that we learn from our soul to manifest or create our reality. The divine, the oneness of all things, the universes want to know, what do we create? The human dharmic purpose is linked below. Like the video, share the content, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, follow if you're watching on Spotify, to help proliferate the Kingdom Things podcast, Magic Mills, journey to a healed and balanced human culture of planet Earth. I also channel healing and uplifting energies and messages within Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, available on YouTube, link below. Using oracle cards, I channel energies and messages to help break through ancestral patternings, human ancestral paradigms and patternings that were limiting and stifling to our beingness, to our infinite nature. Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment is linked below, as well as it is timeless. All of my content is timeless. I'm also an author. I authored the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. It was a part of my rapid spiritual awakening journey. My soul was like, hey, Ashley, you don't remember who you are. Sit down, we're going to channel some books to you to help you remember. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is available in the Amazon bookstore. Before we roll into the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel trailer, It's available in physical as well as digital. It's linked below. The links are below. Before we roll into the Amazon, the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel trailer, I'm also a singer-songwriter. Healing energies and messages and lyrics that I channel from my soul to help me grow and evolve. I encapsulate it in the music to help whoever soul gravitates towards it. I hope it brings you enjoyment, upliftment, soul alignment with your authentic nature. I'm also taking orders for powwow sessions where I channel specific energies and messages that your soul or the oneness of all things wants you to experience to break through the energetic karmic knots or limiting paradigms that you've been perceiving as self and living as and through the limitation instead of your limitless nature. My channel the energies and messages that I channel for your powwow session are to help you knock through the limitations to perceive more of your limitless nature, to live and be as your limitless nature. You can book your powwow session within the Kingdom Things Podcast Healing Home Square portal link below. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your truest truths. Give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you perceive more of your infinite nature. I'm going to see y'all later. Bye.
Let Me See Your Plate meets Kingdom Things Podcast.
My name is Asya, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asya, followed by the story of Asya, I'm Home. The book series that introduces the book.
After returning from the day's trip, I have read my attempt's letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I make no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on earth to find you. I was created to find my person. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore.
That part of space and reality, but God empties me. Talking to oneness of all the air. I'm cage free. What is that?